Jenny. Thank you for joining the Madison Public Library. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make some lump of coal soap for all those on your naughty or even your nice list. For this project, you're going to need a soap mold. I have made a mold with the library vacuum former, and we've already done a video making Halloween soap to demonstrate our vacuum former. All I did was use a potato. I halved it and then carved the sides and used the vacuum former for my mold. If you have a square or rectangular mold already, another option would be to pour your soap in the mold, and either when it's still soft, you can take it out and roll it in a ball to form more of a round lump of coal, or you can let your soap set, and when you remove it, you can carve it with a knife to make it look more like a lump of coal. You're also going to need some clear melt and pour soap base. I'm using activated charcoal for the coloring, and it is good for your skin. If you don't want to use activated charcoal, you could get some soap dye, and optionally you can add a fragrance, and I am going to be using frankincense since it's Christmas. And I will also be using some rubbing alcohol. I have some in a spray bottle, and that I will spray into the mold and then on top of my poured soap, which helps remove any bubbles and gives your soap a nice finish. And then I'm also going to use it to mix with the activated charcoal, which helps it incorporate easier into your soap base. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is chop up and melt my soap base. So to figure out about how much soap base I needed, I actually filled my mold cavities with water and poured them in a measuring cup and got a rough idea of what I needed. So for mine, I needed 4 ounces of my soap base. I've got it in a pan, double boiler style. You can use a glass measuring cup and warm it up in the microwave. In our Halloween video, we used a crock pot to melt the soap base. So for every pound of the soap base, you would use a teaspoon of the activated charcoal. So I have in a cup a 1/4 teaspoon of my activated charcoal, and I want about an equal amount of rubbing alcohol to add to the charcoal. And I'm going to pour that in my soap base. And I'm just going to keep stirring until it gets mixed in. And then at this point, if you're going to add your fragrance, you can do that now. So I found about 10 or so drops is enough for this much soap base. And give that a little stir. So I'm just going to take that out. fill up my soap bases. And I can spray that with a little rubbing alcohol to remove any of the air bubbles. And then you're just going to want to let this sit for at least 4 hours, if not overnight. So I have a mold that has been sitting overnight. And to loosen it up, you really just want to start by gently pulling apart at the edges of your mold. And when that's kind of loosened up, then you can flip it over and kind of press and squeeze until you get your soap out. And then you are all set, and you should also keep your soaps wrapped in plastic wrap until you're ready to give them away to keep them looking nice. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest.